Hello everybody, this is Dave the Rave Roving the Rock here. I'm on the Isle of Arran. In fact, I'm in Whiting Bay, and the reason I'm doing a video today is to follow up on a video I did 9 months ago, which was highlighting the uncertain plight of a number of businesses in Whiting Bay, Lumlash and Brodick, of which their future use was uncertain. These businesses and premises were being sold empty, the businesses were closing or moving elsewhere, so they weren't being sold as going concerns. And I thought 9 months later I'd come and have another go and see what's happened to these particular businesses, and maybe one or two others as well that have come up recently. So I'm in the centre of Whiting Bay, like I said. There we go, tide's out, and the first one I've come to see is the Cooriedown Nursing Home, or what was Cooriedown Nursing Home, which is just over here. There we go. I'll go and have a look. This is perhaps the most interesting of the ones I'm going to see, because this is an enormous building right in the centre of Whiting Bay, possibly the very biggest building in Whiting Bay, and it's just in the last few days got a sold sign on it. Waterman's sold. There we go. For sale and then sold stamped across it, subject to terms and conditions. Cooriedown, an exciting residential or commercial opportunity with breathtaking open views. And here we are. And by the way, I should say I'm going to put a link to the original video at the end of this one if you want to see what things looked like 9 months ago before things closed. So here we go. That's just a lovely building, isn't it? But there's the point, we don't know what this is going to be used for. Residential or commercial. It's been a hotel, it's been an old folks home, a care home. What's it going to be now? So this place was originally listed for £650,000. It was a hotel till 1988, and then it was a nursing home. And in 2022 it went up for sale in October 2022, 650,000. Recently the price was dropped to 350,000, just over half, and now it's sold. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with this one as well, but that is interesting, isn't it? I'm now in the centre of Whiting Bay, and I'm just here to look at this building here. This used to be Coast Restaurant, recently refurbished right before it closed actually. It closed in 2019, 5 years ago. It's been for sale ever since for £190,000 with planning for a 2-storey house. And the price recently dropped to £170,000, and that's the current price. But it hasn't sold, it's still got a for sale sign on the left there, as you can see. But happily, this is being used currently as a pop-up art shop. There we go, pop-up art. It's nice to see it being used, but it does say in the window that everything's half price, so I did hear that this isn't a permanent solution here, it's just a temporary one. But anyway, so this, we'll have to wait and see what this ends up becoming as well. The next place I stopped in my last video was the White House Woods, near the centre of Lumlash. There they are here. Magnificent woods, where the White House Hotel used to be built before it was knocked down in 1983. Amazing. I love this place. This was being sold price on application 9 months ago. I'm unable to find a listing for these woods now. That's all I can say. Fingers crossed something good's about to happen, even if it's only they get left just as they are. Anyway, there we go. White House Woods, and if you haven't been before, wonderful for dog walking. Now I am in the centre of Lumlash. There's Holy Isle, just beside the co-op there. Actually, if I show you around here just as an aside, since we were at White House Woods, This is also an entrance for the White House Woods here, down that track, if you didn't know. Okay, we'll go and look at what we're meant to be going and looking at, which is this church. There we go. Drumlash Parish Church. The last service took place in October 2023. Recently, Drumlash Community Hub have said that they have the intention to turn this into a flexible, multi-use space for the community. There we go. Now I'm still in the centre of Drumlash, but I'm at the back of Drumlash Bay Hotel and Jimmy Gordon's shop. Has got traffic lights here, which is a bit shocking. I'm not used to them. Okay, I'm going up that road in a second, up to where the petrol station used to be. But first of all, I'm here looking at John Thompson's Construction's offices and 2 flats, which were for sale for £450,000 9 months ago, and are still for sale for the same amount of money, and there's still a for sale sign outside them. The price hasn't changed. Just as an aside, this garage is also for sale, although that is a going concern, also for £450,000. Okay, so I've just come up that wee bit of street there, and as you can see, a for sale sign. This time it's Thompson's yard and petrol station. Of course, Thompson Construction as a company closed down when Ian Thompson and Graham Thompson retired. This was full of things the last time I was here. This was a busy area full of materials. You can see the old pumps, same the prices aren't on them. I'm going to see what it used to be. Now just a massive empty yard, closed in October 2023. It was for sale for £270,000 at that time, and it still is. It's the same price, still got a for sale sign, and it has planning permission for 4 semi-detached houses on this site. There you go. Well, that'll land to you right enough. 270 grand. Alright, I've travelled to Brodick now, right in the centre, at the pier. There's the old pier building there. And by the way, that building there is where the chemist is now, Brodick Chemist, but we'll come to that in a wee minute. The old waiting room. Douglas Hotel's just in there. And then this piece of land here, all the way up the main road. This sold recently, this piece of land, and it had a planning application in for 39 flats and dwellings. It received strong local opposition, and the planning application was refused, or amended rather, until it's got one in just now for 34 dwellings, holiday flats and dwellings. I would say this though, the application received many objections from locals, many dozens. I think it was 60 or 70 last time I looked. So we'll see how that works out. It was the density of it. It's a very thin strip of land, but anyway. There's a beautiful waterfall just behind that wall, and there's a walk up to it just from beside the Douglas Hotel. While I'm here, while I'm here and people are pumping their horn at me, I would also add that the Visit Scotland Eye Centre is due to close as well. Not yet, but in the near future. So this is another building that we don't know what use it's going to get put to. From memory, I think it was Henry Miller that designed it about 40 years ago, the early 80s. But anyway, I'll just go around and film this, since certainly the use is going to disappear, even if the building itself doesn't. we'll have to wait and see. Sometimes people just stop using things. And to give an example, that used to be the hydroelectric shop in the corner there, and it's not been used for many years. In fact, you know, I think since we're here, I'm just going to have a look. I haven't looked in the window of this place in, I don't know, a couple of decades. I'm only guessing how long it's been shut for. This house is also for sale. Been for sale for a long time. The old Pier house, Pier Master's house. Yeah, just an empty shop. Nothing in there. Nothing at all. Anyway, there you go. So you can never tell, can you? This store is closing down. Your nearest PayPoint store is listed below. Oh, there's an R sign. This shop will cease trading on 11th of the 5th, 2016. Oh, there we go, so 8 years ago. Okay, learned something there. And it's not been used for anything since. Well, hopefully that won't happen to that building there, but we'll wait and see. Our next stop is in Brodick, just along the road from where we were a minute ago. There's Brodick Co-op there. There's the pier. And we are, of course, if you hadn't guessed it already, at what used to be the McLaren Hotel, which has now been closed for exactly a decade. To the month, actually. 10 years. I'll just cross the road. This is the, I was going to say tourist's eye view of it, but it's also locals that have to look at this. I'll step up on the wall and we'll have a look. 1 second. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. So that's a jungle. It's got graffiti all over it. Empty for a decade. Well, I've seen video and footage from what it's like inside. It has to be knocked down, this building. There were applications in for various uses, hotel and also for flats and things, and none of them came to anything. It's just a derelict building now and an eyesore. So 10 years. Fingers crossed that will change, but that's gone very quiet. Okay, I'm travelling up towards the centre of Brodick now. Quite an overcast day, still looking lovely though. Invercloy Corner. And this bit here, which says booking card above it, used to say post office. And it doesn't anymore. Last time we were here, this was a post office, and it's just simply closed, as it was expected to do. The funding wasn't adequate to maintain the facility. So post office, Brodick Post Office is gone, and it's been taken into the rest of the shop. Okay, this is my last stop, the centre of Brodick, but there are 6 things to look at here, which is kind of worrying, being it's the centre of Brodick. This is Edgewater. It was a bar, served food as well. Local friendly pub, good vibes, cool tunes. Sadly it's just closed. It was only opened at the beginning of this year. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Used to be Crofters. Closed on 29th September, only opened in February. And that's the end of that. It's not a going concern. Fingers crossed it'll be kept as a bar or an eatery, but we'll have to wait and see. And we'll carry on down the road there to the bank. This is what used to be the Bank of Scotland in the last video, and it closed in January this year, 2024. It occupied the ground floor of this building. Beautiful building it is too, and it's for sale for whatever purpose you can get permission to use it for, most likely residential. It's for sale for £110,000 and it's gone under offer as well. There is also a current application for the removal of the cash machine, which of course is a facility that's been lost. I'll just show you around the corner, see if it's still there. No, it's gone. There we go. So that happened already. It doesn't say sold on the sign yet, but under offer anyway. So it might well be. We'll have to wait and see what use that gets put to. Now I don't actually have to turn the camera off for the next things. There's the Co-op. The only thing I'd say about that, I've heard for a few years now that that's for sale, but I've heard locally that it's only for sale to any supermarket chain that wouldn't use it as a supermarket. So it's still a Co-op, even though there's another Co-op in the village. We'll see how long we hold on to that one for. Down there we've got the boathouse. I'll just go down and we'll have a look at that right on the shore. Okay, I'm down by the shore now. I'm at what used to be called the boathouse, gift shop, right on the shore. Still got its for sale sign out. Looked it up, it's for sale at £53,500. That's for the building. The land under it is leased from Arran Estates, and it's been for sale since July 2023. There were plans, somebody had plans to turn it into an eatery, a cafe, but they didn't follow right through in the plans for whatever reason. So that is currently empty, and we'll have to wait and see what use that gets put to. Right, we'll go back up, past the bank and the Co-op there, just to the other side there. Okay, back in the centre again, the main road, and there's the Co-op. What used to be the used to be the chemists is now the Arran Butchers. The chemists closed in August 2023 and moved down to the old pier waiting room, just as I showed you at the beginning of our trip into Brodick. And just in the last month or so, this shop has opened up, the Arran Butchers. Lovely to have a butcher's, eh? A new shop in the village, so that's a success story. The other place that we're here to see is right next door. An awful lot of things right beside the whole of the centre of Brodick, one way or another. You would wonder what the uses are going to be, apart from that one. Come with me. Okay. There we go, and this is Brodick Bowling Club. So this closed down during COVID 2020, as did the Whiting Bay one as well, which reopened, but this one has remained closed. There were attempts to lease it off the council again, but eventually in August 2023 the council issued their final decision, which was that this land is not to be leased and will be marketed for sale. And there you go. The bowling club was opened, formed in 1911. So it's been over a century of bowling in here, and doesn't it look beautiful and tranquil? That'll be a real shame to see this disappear. Well, it has really disappeared already. You can see it's being maintained, which is at least something. There's Brodick Hall beside it there. But what this will be, we don't know either. We just have to wait and see. So I was thinking, just for the purposes of recording this, this is what it would look like if you were in the, well, at the clubhouse bit, looking out over the green. Beautiful and peaceful, isn't it? Very peaceful. I'm just going to walk out, turn around and have a look, because if it's about to change into something else, it's important to record what was here. There we go, that's where I was standing. Thanks for watching. Dave the Rave, Roving the Rock, over and out. Cheers.